at some point in the middle of this sentence, I'm sure. Yes, there it is.
All
You're
right.
live.
We are live.
And David is totally paying attention and not playing a game
Right here.
on his phone.
I'm right here. I'm right here with everybody.
I tell you what,
What? What'd you tell me?
the stream happened yesterday.
Okay.
What stream happened yesterday? Well, it sure is not Friday here.
Yep.
Uh,
It's a very bizarre and
Miles.
ineffective April Fool's joke, especially as it is not April 1st. I gotta just check this email real quick. It's just an auto reply.
seriously, I'm gonna need to get a new co-host. Like, what are you doing?
Welcome to our new patrons, Bubba, and what was the other patron that we got?
Oh, you're gonna have to wait for just a minute. Sorry, I am getting the official counts because the website wasn't working, and so like I feel like I remember the name, but I also feel like that means I'm gonna give the wrong one.
Oh shoot, I made a huge mistake.
What did you do?
We're going to be back at like 8:15 on Kids Day.
In the morning?
No, at night.
Mm.
Darn it. Oh my goodness. That really makes me upset. Darn it. Okay. Anyway, we got to do this stuff, then I'll figure out that stuff.
Yeah, we need to focus on a stream.
So first, I have an official request for Graham. I know that Graham is not here, but this is my official request. Hopefully when Graham views this later, he will see it and maybe we'll be able to do it. I want to make this window adjustable.
Jasper, welcome.
Jasper.
Jasper? Jasper.
Jasper.
However you say it, if you're here, welcome.
Yeah. But this is my official request, Graham. I want to make this window adjustable. Because while it sure is nice to be able to have it nice and big when you type into it, by the time you're done typing into it, there's really no point for this window to be so big. And I'd really like to make it smaller to make the output window bigger so that I didn't have to reduce the size of this thing so that it could just be on, you know? Anyway, yeah, like, I mean, this window is fine. This window I want to be bigger. This window I want to be smaller. But it's like, just like, you know, put a, say, adjustable, and then you can move it around. I almost feel like the little arrows are going to come up and I can just move it, but not quite. Hey, it's really cool. It says the line number. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. Which is helpful because when you track the changes, it'll tell you what line there's a problem in.
Very cool. Okay, anyway, that's done with, so let us go to the poll. The poll wasn't close, I think, right?
Well, I mean, it's closer than you had originally led me to believe. I thought it was like way out there. There was one option, if you want to pull up in the document, the cat document, we had some options. Did we put them in? We put them in here, right?
If we did, I don't know where they are. This is what was up.
Huh. Well, we're looking for
I don't think they're
how
here.
to do our final.
I don't think they're here, but they're right here.
There we go. We were looking for how to do our final source for our third case in the language, and it's the word is going to be shadow, the modern word anyway, but it needs to come from one of these three roots. And if you recall, last time we actually had a three-way tie between these three in the poll here live in the live stream. And so we decided to throw it to the patrons and let them make the final choice. And so essentially these are the forms are going to obviously, as you can see, affect the suffix that the case takes. The one that was least liked was the yeets option.
Yeah.
Which would of course be pronounced yates or yats or yots, yachts.
Mm-hmm.
It's out. Just out.
It got yachted.
It got bayoten.
It got yoten. It got
And-
yatten.
And then
Yaten.
for Jotun. It just it's gone. It's in the past. No one remembers it. So that one was gone. Now the top two choices, you're right that one is a clear winner.
Yeah.
But it only won by 5 votes.
Oh, wow.
So it's not like it was, 10, 20 votes difference. And David was very happy because his beloved H option is the winner. And so
That's his cry of victory.
it feels a little too distressed to feel like a celebratory scream. But
V for
there it is.
Vincent and victory.
And so our suffixes will have that H at the end, and the modern word for shadow is going to be yeah.
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 Hi.
Let's see.
Oh my gosh.
Did we have a place for it up here?
Well, I mean, we need to just put it. I think it wasn't. No, wait, that wasn't. Where did our other ones go?
I don't know.
God, David, what are you doing?
Let's see. Nothing up here.
Oh, we have it down here with the here, and then where our words for snout and belly are just up in the list.
All right. So what is this actual form? Is it else?
J Ash L H. Yeah, I couldn't tell if there was a space.
And this is the low one, right?
Yes.
All right.
Seeing as how it's all ah, I'm gonna say yes. It's the low patterner. And so there we have it. That is our new form. Huzzah! Okay, we're done, right?
All done. Time to go back to sleep.
I was just gonna say it really feels like a good time for a nap. Yeah, love it. Yeah, it's really unfortunate that we
Right on,
obviously
Grendel.
hadn't written it.
Okay, so then the others are snout and belly, and they're up here, you said?
Yeah, they're just up in the list. Like, go up, see there's belly and snouts above it by mouse.
Well, that's 2.
I don't know why you put them in different locations. You just did you know.
Shadow.
Or Shadway,
Yeah.
as it was once in the day.
Was it?
Yeah, Shadway.
How did that work?
Oh, a little metathesis.
But okay, so the shad comes from shade. What's the wa come from?
It's supposed to make me think. Shadue. It was the oblique case of shadu, which was where shade came from, meaning to screen, to shield from an attack. Related to the current Dutch shadu with the W. It's a root shared by Greek skotos, meaning darkness.
Godly. Wait. Why? We had an oblique case with W?
Apparently.
Is that where window came from?
That one I believe is actually borrowed. Yes, it was borrowed from Old Norse. from wind and I.
Okay. That's weird. This is kind of throwing me off. Shouldn't we have a bunch of words that end in OW then?
Bow, low, how,
Like
toe.
polysyllabic words.
Well, now I gotta think polysyllabic. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Because the AH is...
You know what I
Yeah.
missed the opportunity of getting yesterday during our shopping trip? More kombucha. Is this where you wish you had the resizers?
Yeah, I guess. Like, why is it so... Can't you...
I know in or you know what? Let me double check this. I think in in Chrome you can.
Glottal deletion. What is glottal deletion?
Oops. Now I forget how to do the ash in our keyboard. It's been a while.
Okay. Shallow bellow fellow. Marshmallow is what people have got here.
We have a marshmallow. Oh,
Things ending in OW.
thank you. Marshmallow was a really good one. And then, of course, mellow without the marsh.
And a hollow. Although does that one end in ER?
Also, hallow, as in hallowed.
No, that's
Oh, I was thinking also of hollow, which is an O. Okay, so I want to say no. You just have to pull it bigger. Never mind. In Chrome, you also just have to pull the window bigger to make it fit.
Okay, so let us...
Ooh, fellow. And hello. Hey, Carl.
and
Do you get my little
tallow.
Halo joke?
Oh,
Because you
I
guys
get it.
worked on Halo.
Yeah, I get it.
I always love it when I have to explain a joke.
Yeah.
Pharaoh.
Pharaoh.
Pharaoh. Okay. So how we doing?
Well, we have these 3 cases, so that's good. But now we need to talk about possession.
As a side note, Pete Weekly had mentioned on Twitter that, let me pull up the exact source. I think he said cheek could be an option. I believe, yeah, he says cheek would be a good source for the genitive, that cheek and scent could actually be the same root with different noun classes. So that leads me to believe that somehow cheeks are involved with sensing.
Well, yeah,
Just because their nose is right there?
No, that's how they mark. But we should look up the actual.
That makes sense. Yeah.
We should look up the actual biology of cats. We need. Do we know anybody on the stream that's particularly good with biology?
Not a single one of the people who regularly comments. Just nobody.
Yeah.
No.
All right. I guess we're stuck on our own.
We have some amazing chefs in the room, though.
Oh yes, we do.
Just no biologists. Okay. So for all our biologists out there, some cat biology. And now I get it. I was trying to figure out, because I was thinking scent as in smell. I forgot that you're absolutely right. Cats rub their cheeks on things to leave.
Look at that kitty.
Oh my goodness gracious. I just want to hug it.
I want a diagram.
Bib.
So it's like they do rub with their cheek, but I don't know if it's the same as their cheek, you know? Like if you were a cat, if you would have a different word for your cheek area and the part that gives scent. Um, let's see here.
Abby, who's totally doing that.
Perioral gland, submandibular gland, cheek gland.
All of them scent
temporal
glands?
gland. That's a good question.
Wait, they have interdigital glands for scent?
I mean, I don't know.
This suggests it. And obviously, you can always trust things from
Well, here we go.
DeviantArt.
Interdigital gland. This is.
Oh my gosh, look at that cute little cat rubbing his cheek.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another one.
What?
We can play a whole thing. Just a second. The interdigital glands are located between the pads of the feet. When a cat rubs their face and head, okay. Ooh, it's called bunting.
And then we have these several types, especially include the submandibular under the chin, the perioral glands at the corners of the mouth.
And then I read that part about the interdigital glands being located between the pads of the feet.
Secretions of these glands are deposited as scent marks. Okay. Well, the behavior of head rubbing on objects is called bunting. That's so cute.
Are you serious? You're joking, right?
Yeah, I'm joking.
Okay, because I was like, if you think you're just pointing this out for the first time, right after I did,
So I guess
there'll be a YI audit in here.
So I guess the question is, do all of them? I know that they're in different locations. That's probably why they have different names. But do they all do the same thing?
And as a side note, Bib's new video came out.
Did
Mm-hmm.
the Bibla video?
Bibla video. Ooh. Biblavidian.
That's the person that comments and critiques Bib's videos.
Nice.
It's an entire YouTube series in the style of Biblaridian called Biblavidian that just deconstructs all of his videos, tears them apart. All right.
Okay.
Biblaridian says, wait, it did?
Oh, Anime Fan said so. I was just trusting what I just read. Maybe it's just a new video to Anime Fan and not your actual new video, the one that I believe you've been working on for a while.
Anime Fan is just catching up with 2015. She's in for a rough ride. Hey, Kay.
Hi, Kay. Okay. Again, just the glands.
Yeah, so it looks like, so they got these ones on their cheeks and at the corners of their mouth, and kind of under the chin, but also up here. Now they have ones beneath their feet, but that is very different from the whole bunting thing.
Right.
Oh, Kay, it is so wonderful to know that we, too, are your favorite people. Presumably, in third place is your husband. But
I mean,
we are honored to be numbers 1 and 2.
excuse me. I'm gonna take one of those purple hearts away from you.
Yeah, so this is, I guess, where... All right. So really, I ask all of you to think, with your cat caps on, and then those with the biological background, you think about it too, as these cats realistically gain sentience and start naming things. They have these scent glands that are kind of like here and here and here, but then also up here. And I'm trying to think of what awareness they might have. And this is the lay cat, not the scientific cat, the lay cat. Would they recognize these as 4 different things? or like all the same thing, or maybe like group these to the exclusion of these and these. This is what I'm wondering. And this is all, by the way, this all comes from Pete Bleakley's suggestion that we could use the word cheek to be synonymous with scent gland, that eventually could be used for the genitive, because we need to get to our genitive case before we can really move forward. That's what we have to get done today. And so, yeah, I don't know, just like think about it, basically. Like, would it make sense for them to have the same word for cheek, just this general area, and the gland, if there are also glands here and here?
I feel like because bunting is a very different place than the cheek.
Ooh, show them that picture.
Oh, this one? And so I was thinking...
It's really good.
Face would just be... other than...
Yeah, just hold it up.
Okay. Now, I don't know when exactly I'm in view. Yeah.
Or maybe I can find it. That would probably be a better thing. How did you get to that?
Cat scent diagrams. And then
there it is. Okay, check this out. So that purple area, everything in purple can leave a scent. So it's not necessarily just the cheek. And even though this is all messed up because this is on Facebook, it says cheek gland on the side, which is the non-scientific name, I guess.
Which, for me, well, I don't know, because everything else that's got the submandibular and everything. I think the cheek gland is literally just called that.
Hey, look at this. Logan's saying the different glands do produce different pheromones for different purposes. But in my own experience with cats, they don't really distinguish much. Like, they just rub everything. Like, I've seen, like, my cat, Kitty, and I, we have kind of a thing that we do where I follow her around the house as she goes to her different marking spots and marks them. And let me tell you, she'll mark it with this one, and then with this one, and then with this one. She'll do it all. And she'll give it a little bite sometimes. I say to her after she gives it a little bite, I say, how magnanimous of you to give it a little bite. And she really likes that. So, I mean, you could say they do different things, but like, they just rub it all on there.
As a side note, you like my little segue there?
Yeah.
Kay says absolutely third, which I take to mean her husband is absolutely third. And Bib cleared it up. It's the Conlang video that had been pre-recorded. And so I believe that one is more newly released, and that's what Anime Fan had been talking about.
Oh, Bibleridian. Oh, that little thing.
Okay, so my idea, though, was like they could then view their entire... Essentially, that's their face, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because, like, if they were more discerning than I have, in my experience, known cats to be, it could be kind of like a little thing where it's like you do marking of the first kind, marking of the second kind, marking of the third kind. You'd have a series of canons for our cats. If they were consistent and reliable, it's just not. That's not my experience, you know, with cats.
Is the cheek a preferable marking zone for a cat? All you biology cat people out there.
In my experience, that's usually the first one. So like. They'll go for that first, the cheek. Probably because it's easier.
I would think. Maybe it also just feels good.
Well, Brian, I suppose. Yes, you can do whatever you want. It's, but generally kind of what we've been trying to do is, where possible, we try to inject some biological realism into it or have it inform the language really just for fun. Is Logan going to follow this up with a list, or is that because I mean they're all on the face?
That's true.
Okay, well, yeah, those are different. The interdigital ones are off the table. We're just talking about the face ones. Though that does raise an interesting question, of course, because the marking the territory thing is more important for possession than marking something as safe.
And I don't believe we have a word for foot. We do have a paw word. And so if we wanted to have a special pad.
Remember that what we talked about was having originally a word for paw and then later a word for, upper and lower paw or front and back paw.
Right, but there could be a third source that means specifically that scent marking, because it's apparently only on the front two paws, that ends up only getting used in this possessive case, and it's on the lamb like the loan source.
Well, this diagram isn't exactly clear, but I would think that this would mean it was on all four.
Oh, maybe. I was just looking at some of these other ones where it appeared to only be on the...
It's the same thing. Look.
Oh, there's coloring. They just don't mark them.
That's really unclear, though. This
So
is
never
clear.
mind.
This is clear.
Yeah, that
Pointing
is.
to both.
See? Still called a cheek gland, though.
Hmm.
Like, I think that's just their name. They were like,
No,
we ran out of terms.
It's perioral.
No, that's down here.
Oh. Oh.
Okay, but what's
Cheek gland, you're right.
There was one that you clicked through that now I just want to see this cute little... Oh, the perioral at the corners of the mouth. Okay, well...
Do you want to switch to paw?
No, I mean, we already have a word for paw, and it's one of our classes, our noun class markers.
Hold on. Let's see if we can get more about these interdigital gland. Cat. Where exactly it is.
Oh, well, there was... Oh, I deleted it already. But yeah, there's like the little paw diagrams. And one of them specifically showed... Oh, where's the insult? I'm not going to look at all those pictures. I don't need to see.
Oh, very sorry. Here. Oh, acne. Huh.
They have acne?
Apparently maybe that's what's going on with the chin thing. Poor old guys, get acne.
And I think it's actually in between, like where that little furry spot is in between.
It's cat interdigital gland.
Oh, here. Oh, that's a second digit.
And when the paw is stretched and the claws are extended. All cats want to feel secure in their homes and make marking their territory.
So when they need, it's not just needing like the baby. I always thought it was, just like something they picked up as a baby when they were feeding.
It is.
Like,
it is kind of.
It could also stretch that out and put their scent.
Yeah.
Ooh, and it's also when they scratch things. Huh. Oh, learning all sorts of things about cats.
We definitely want to make sure that we note, since we're talking about cats, don't declaw cats. It's not a good thing to do.
Oh, Logan now says that he thinks all the facial glands are the same. It's just that they were different from the facial to the the feet ones. And yeah, Abby, it does the face glands, digit glands, and then the butt glands all seem to be different.
Yeah. Okay, so this is where I really want to try to be precise. Are these glands in between the phalanges, I guess? Right? In between the toes? Are they in the pads? Where are they? I'm assuming that Bibluridian has had this information the entire time.
And he's just waiting.
Yeah, he's waiting for us to hit upon it. Either that or he's just entertained by our floundering. Both could also be true. But it's like, so we already have a word for paw, yes, and it's being used morphologically, yes. But, for example, if it were in between the phalanges, we could come up with a word for that. Could also use the word for claw if we want to suggest, for example, that your lay cat is not as precise and is not going to know exactly where the gland comes from. Might also use a word for the pads of the feet.
Okay, I just, by the way, got confirmation that indeed that is why part of why they need.
Mm-hmm.
They're marking you.
Yeah, Abby's suggesting word for scratch or claw since that's how the pheromone is released. I mean, yeah, that doesn't seem like a bad idea.
Oh, yeah, and here's what Logan, this is saying cats often rub their faces against people and objects and bunt them to use that scent to remind them that an object is safe and familiar. And yeah, cat, when they need you, is marking you as something familiar.
Well, of course, you're right. Interdigital does mean between the digits. That one suggested it's there.
Oh, it says if your cat is using claws, particularly on something in the environment, that is also a visual reminder to others to say, I own this.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay.
You really, you really need to understand Little Roman better.
It says between the toes. You know what? Roman is understood exactly as Roman wants to be understood. And essentially Roman is saying, I am supreme and everybody else shall bow down and be clawed by me.
He's a good little boy. He's a very good boy. And everybody loves him because he is a good boy.
Okay.
All right.
So other than saying between the digits, like I can't find anything more specific. But yeah, Abby, I like that suggestion. David had pointed that out to that your comment had pointed that out.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
It is. Yeah, I agree, Bib.
The thing is, like, usually you don't need information that precise.
Right.
And so the kind of stuff we're finding is good enough.
You don't need
Ah.
information.
What you need is like that a kind of Grey's Anatomy thing for cats.
Right.
You know. Abby says the cats don't sit well to pose for the diagrams.
Very true.
So I'm thinking claw is probably pretty good, and if we were to go on, I think claw should probably be a word that doesn't take any suffix for its class. It just goes into the tool class because it doesn't make sense to say it's a claw paw. Yeah.
I don't know, it's kind of fun to say in English, though.
It is.
How's your claw paw doing?
Mm-hmm. This claw paw's doing all right.
Gotta take my claw paw to the shop.
Well, that's right. We have a word for dog. I'm surprised you haven't... Is that your next drawing?
No, because it'll just look like a cat that I'm labeling dog.
Okay. So that's my idea for like that end of it. Now the question is, how does it work as a case? All right. So we have cat's home. Home of the cat, just in case. So it would be something like cat home?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's the cat claw's home. And the claw is the thing that marks. Does this make sense?
It's the home of the claw of the cat.
Hmm. Brian Level found one. It says he just saw one that showed it betwixt the second and third finger, so right in the middle. Makes a lot of sense.
Would claw have metaphorically in their minds been extended to scent or marking at this point? Because then that makes more sense, because then it's the cat scent home, and it's the home of the cat scent.
Let's see. You're right.
Or the cat marking or something.
That's what you have here.
Yeah.
That does make sense. It kind of moves away from what we were doing. Because that's something else that we could do really easily, is just come up with a word for scent and do that.
But I'm saying though, if claw has already been metaphorically extended in their minds to be like marking, like the noun, like that's my mark, then it's like the cat mark home, where it's like they've marked this.
There is something potentially interesting here, because if I'm thinking about the modern language here and thinking of nouns, we could do, cat, claw, fur, right? And that could be scent, but it could be like scent with a sense of possession. And then we could do, face or cheek fur, and that could be scent with a case of safety. So they have two different scents. And we could have more if we can find something uniquely identifiable about the other scents that cats can make.
Mm-hmm.
And so, in fact, these words for scent would have nothing to do with smelling,
Right.
but where they came from.
Right.
And would have special meanings. It's kind of cool.
I also really appreciate that Brian used betwixt. It's just delightful.
It's good. It's good branding. Twix should really try to get people to say betwixt more. I don't know why they haven't tried to do that.
Oh, now I want a Twix.
Mm-hmm. See?
Darn it.
Yep. That's why. That's why.
Mm.
Twix, pay me.
I am betwixt Twix feedings.
You are. Really,
Uh,
all of us are.
Unless someone's currently eating one.
Or unless somebody's never had one, which, why would
Very true.
certainly no such person would be watching this, right?
So Jake had suggested, what if paw becomes claw, and then claw, the original root, just takes on the meaning of being marked.
I don't understand. Would it be a verb?
No, like the marking, because it's like whatever scent mark is being left behind. Uh-oh, magpie's never had a Twix. Mm.
Allergic to what? Out of curiosity. One of them is peanut butter, one of them is caramel. Both of them have cookie. Both of them have chocolate. Neither of them have tree nuts.
Both of them have milk.
Both of them have milk.
So it's milk chocolate.
It is. Dark chocolate Twix.
A lot of those still have milk in it, unfortunately. I hate to tell you.
Oh, I didn't know they existed. I thought I was just IDing
No, but
a new product.
a lot of dark chocolate things still have milk in it.
Mm.
Did you see it for me? Yeah. Okay, but like, nice. We're getting a little Twix tracked.
Twixtracted?
Exactly. Need to make sure we come up with an idea for this.
Okay.
Partly because now I'm like, well, the candy I can have easily
Right.
requires something to celebrate. So
Yeah.
make this decision, David, so I can celebrate.
Well, let's start with Claw and let's start working with what it's going to balloon out to, because I like this idea. Let us come up with a suffix. Now, this is the genitive. It's probably going to get a lot of use. We want it to be very short. As short as we can make it.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you know the shortest we can make it is like,
Yeah.
E. No E, because that's not proto. E.
Honestly, a single vowel would be pretty good, at least for the suffix. We can get rid of things, because, like, for example, look, we got rid of the ra here, but it would be interesting if it started with a vowel. We might have to do something for when it comes next to a vowel, or we might not. If we decide to just roll with it.
The most scratchy vowels to me feel like a or e. That high central. E. E.
Okay, but like there should be a consonant there too, on the end.
Oh, that's fine. I'm just giving you my. I mean, obviously, then we've got ak or yuk.
What have we not used? So we got ha. Just in case. And this is kayana. We can use da. Or R. We haven't used R at all.
Oh, the small R.
Either of them.
Oh, wait, we have paw ends in R.
No, but we don't use it. So, like, we could actually go a different route, and this could be one that has a suffix that's like,
Excuse me.
this or that.
Did we end up keeping the GH at the end of dog? Or we have it at the beginning of dog?
So we cancer would be rabbit, cancer would be the rabbits, cancer, dispin, digère. I guess a lot of them would end up not. It would just be a consonant. But rah, gah, rachar. Oh my gosh.
That's awful.
Rachar.
Awful. But would the ones that are nasal at the end, would that nasal consonant reappear as an onset with the R? Like, ditzbenar? Because it's only the codas that are eliminated.
Let me see something real quick. Come on. Oh my God, that's not what I meant, and you know it. No, okay, you can't do that. I guess it would.
So then it would become ditsinar.
Maybe maybe we shouldn't do that. Maybe it does end up making things a little bit longer. If it was just it started with a vowel and we added vowels after vowels, maybe like consonant, sorry, kanse, that type of thing. DJ.
Just make them long vowels. Yeah, you totally just kneaded my arm.
Mm-hmm. Have we decided on what an epenthetic consonant would be if we needed one?
That's a good question. We don't have anything with epenthetic in it. But I feel like we had a discussion because didn't Jake point out some triple vowel situations that we had to discuss?
We did have a discussion about it. We talked about a glide. Problem there is that then it'd be identical to tool, the tool class.
I'm not seeing any sort of insertion rules, so we must have fixed it.
We made it N, which is very basic. We have a difference between a suffix that has, N plus a nasal vowel or N plus a low vowel.
Oh, you know what else I'm getting confused in my head?
What?
The changes we made to Wokuthishu,
Yeah.
where we did do something with the triple vowel, where we turned some things into glides. So like in my head, I'm like, we totally did this, but that was during our patron live stream last weekend.
Yeah. By the way, if you missed that patron live stream, we made a big change to Wokuthishu. Fixed a problem that had been in there for ages that we just messed up.
David messed up.
Yeah, it's me. What are our high vowels?
Ooh, Jake says na is the genitive in Aymara. The only high vowel is that central one. Protoform. See? E.
So our high ones have both U and U. Our low ones, A, N, O, O. A-Y-M. All right. I think that we need to do this first. Let's decide on a basic epenthetic consonant.
Okay. Sorry, I was looking at Jake's comment. That we still get the beautiful E. Where we had said the voiced H might remain intervocalically.
Yeah. H could be generalized to an epenthetic consonant. Okay, so this is
That's
what
actually...
this is what I want to recommend for epenthetic consonants. H, Y, N. Do you have any other ideas?
Is the in being epenthetic is not going to mess with?
No, because
Okay.
it will only ever occur when it's an onset position, so it won't be. And by the way, all of these things are epenthetic. These epenthetic things, all of them would pass along nasalization, which is good for an epenthetic consonant. You wouldn't want it to block it. It'd be a weird epenthetic consonant to do that.
We did allow the glides
Yeah,
to. Okay. It was the liquids that stopped it.
I'm almost sure. Let's see. Tambaya. I should do it. Sorry.
Goodness, David.
Oh, of course the B doesn't allow it. Sorry. The R
The R
doesn't allow it?
doesn't
No,
allow
the
it.
R doesn't allow it. The
How
big
about a
one.
W?
The big one. That's the one that allows it. Okay, so you see it passes through for the Y there. Nasalization all the way through. H passes it through, and then of course we decided that nasal stops would also pass it through because it made no sense for them to stop it.
Okay. Do you want me to
So yeah, H, ya,
pull it up?
and na. H, ya, and na.
Which do you prefer for an epenthetic consonant? H. Yeah. No.
Yep.
All right. The J is the IPAJ, like yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So would it be ihi, iyi, ini?
Yeah. Anyway, so everybody vote here, and then we'll see what Bibleridian wants, and we're going to do that.
Cool.
All right. I'm sure for branding purposes, Bibleridian is going to want B, and so we'll be stuck with that.
Obviously.
Holy crap.
Yeah, 10 votes. Huh.
Mid-taste, you're not alone. I'm not saying that I feel that way, but a lot of conlingers do. You have a very difficult time when they come back and they just want to start everything over. So you're in good company. You're in very good company. My goodness. So, Sylvia Sotomayor, of course, is famous for Kalen, which did undergo a huge revision at one point in time. Her latest language was the most brilliant thing that I'd ever seen, and then she changed it and changed it and changed it and changed it and changed it. I don't even know what iteration it's on right now, but she came up with one of the most brilliant systems I've ever seen in my life. Came up with an entire case system that was just based on direction of motion, whether something was in motion or not, and what direction the motion was. And she derived all thematic roles from that.
By the way, I'm ending the poll because we have a clear winner.
Yeah. H it is. Okay.
And dark horse aspiration usually refers to that puff of air that happens after, oftentimes, like a stop. Like unaspirated T would be like taco, but then an aspirated T would be taco.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's usually what it refers to. Oops.
All right. Now, if we had, let's just say, a suffix that was E, then where our epenthetic consonant is now going to be actually just the word Bibleridion.
Cool.
So instead of Kansei, it'd be Kansei Bibleridioni. All right?
Mm-hmm. But wait, vowel harmony.
Oh, that's right. So let's see. Bib is fine. And then this would be le, di, and
In. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. See, now I'm happy with it. I just before that suffix was a little bit iffy. Now
Yeah.
it looks beautiful.
Yeah. Oh man, it'd be so cool if Bibleridian was pronounced with a nasal vowel at the end. Bibleridion.
I hear exactly how it's pronounced.
Yeah, you got to go through and redo all of your videos in French now.
Except the river possum dialect, who says, Bibleridon.
Bibleridian. Okay.
In case people don't remember, once upon a time, David didn't see the I at the end of that name.
Yes.
In the Ian, and so really thought it was like Bibleridon.
I did. So weird. I thought it was like the worst name I'd ever heard. Okay, so we still need a protoform and to figure out the suffix here. And it's like, we could go this route where there's just like a glide that's on the end that's, similar. We also need to figure out high or low. So right now the other H suffix we have is nasalize. And so, and the nasalization is going to pass through. So if there's a warm abstract thing that's going to be in the genitive, it'll be or Yeah, is the shadows. Happy with that?
So.
Well, wait, we allow long vowels in this language, don't we?
Yeah. Like, I'm also wondering, though, at like what point are these added? So definitely at this point, the class suffixes are set, where like that final consonant is no longer viewed as part of its suffixed form.
I don't know.
Because if it is, then all of the original suffixes would just reappear when you add a vowel.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. It'd be this would be hemi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Never mind.
And so really it's just if it ends in a vowel. So if we had, I actually don't know that we have any.
Oh my God, we don't.
And like even words that didn't become a marker, I think everything is pretty much CBC or more complex than that.
Oh, that's weird.
And so, but if we did, for instance, have ta as a root, then it would be tahi. Or would did we have diphthongs resolution?
That's really interesting.
Look how different that is. Totsolo.
Except this is high, right? Is that doing it right?
No, that's a non-high patterning.
Let's see if it's. No, but it's. Oh, shoot, it's nasal. Let's do something else.
Oh. Okay, there we go. So it's still patterning high for both of them. Mm-hmm.
I didn't think that would happen.
What are our little Bahrain charts?
Can't believe anybody would still want to drive with a stick shift.
Because it's way more fun.
It's not.
Tis.
Okay, what's this mid-val spread? Come on, I just want to see it. Can I delete this? No.
Make the window huge.
Oh, it becomes C. But then there was none. There it is. But then what about if it was ah? Oops, sorry, no, don't trace revolution.
Toxical.
Which is still the high one. Because if it were low, it would be ah. Huh. So I don't think any of these would change then. Which is good. I mean, except the nasal ones. Anyway, what do we want the case to be? Or the form of claw. What do we want to say the disappearing consonant on the end is?
Is it going to be the high central vowel?
I think so, yeah.
Alright, so
Could be if.
that works. The K, the uvular, the S or Z, any of those.
But I want something that we've lost already. We haven't lost any obstruents.
Then
Except
take
for-
that away.
This is the most questionable thing that we've lost, and I'm fine with that. But if.
Okay.
All right.
Ooh, have we lost an R at the end? Or we haven't used an R. I don't
We've
think.
lost an R.
Because Jake was saying it's feline to ear.
R.
Kind of like purr. I get it.
Like if. And let's write somewhere. Where do we usually put that we have an epithetic consonant? Phonotactic notes. Here we go. Note that where an epenthetic consonant is required, that epenthetic consonant shall be H. There we go. All right. Okay, so then let's start doing this.
Actually make a case table.
Yes. Form.
Why would we want to do such a thing?
Column after case. Form. Source. Okay. Genitive. And
Then we have the allative adessive.
yeah, what do we want its basic name to be? Allative?
Make all of them the lative series.
Yeah, the lative series. Allative.
Ablative and illative.
Those are our cases. So then we have okay, and this one is
K capital IS. or G or Ingma.
Okay.
And then Y-A-A-H, capital N. And then N, capital E, nasalized.
All right. Sources, we have if, claw.
And the next one is Fus, meaning snout. Oh, we dropped an S. No, wait, we kept the S. Never mind. Yauch, meaning shadow.
Okay.
And num, meaning belly. Num, 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 num.
All right.
Celebrate!
Yes.
Ready? As soon as I started talking about it, did you hear my stomach started rumbling?
All right. Get rid of this. All right. Cheers, partner.
Cheers! Hooray! Ooh, Brian's first live Topico time. Enjoy.
Topico, the candy that makes you want 40 more of them. Oh, so rich.
So coffee.
I love it. Okay. That's good. So now let's work on claw. Modern would be ich.
Okay.
And let's do the ones that we said we were going to do. So ich, Ah.
Having some problems over here.
Ich, huh? All right.
I think down below we have. That works too.
Oh dear. And this is going to be a scent that indicates territory.
We're using two different notation methods for these, by the way, because we've got some that are the class markers and some that are the full sources.
We sure are. We sure are doing that. Probably shouldn't do that.
So if you want to pick your favorite.
You want to help me out with this?
No, I just want to watch.
Oh, darn it.
Although, do you want to leave the cat full? Because that one was really reduplication.
Yes.
Wait, this should come from that one.
That's reduplication. You changed it?
What, the E thing? Oh, I only left cat, because I thought cat was the only one.
No, there are several reduplications.
Okay, I think I fixed them all now.
Okay.
Okay. And then you had said you wanted to use another one to mean safe, right?
That was for cheek. We haven't come up with that word yet.
Okay.
So now the question is, how are we doing claw? Let's see what claw paw would end up as.
It'd be claw paw or claw rock, because it's hard.
It would show up as irie. Irie. Ihke. Maybe that.
I like ishke.
Well, another option is ich by itself,
Mm-hmm.
or the reduplicated, which would be ichich.
It makes most sense to me to either do ich by itself or the ichke, because then it's being classified as like it's not like it's basically like going back in to be like, oh, we're now using claw to mean these other things, therefore we mean the hard one, which is, you know.
I like that explanation. So let's do that. So now, what is ich going to mean by itself? Anything?
Could it be generic sound
Nah.
or nothing?
I think it's left with nothing. We say it's just too short. But
So you could use it to mean like a scratch is in the mark left behind by the claw, like the visual marking. Because otherwise that would have to be something that you would probably consider warm or abstract, because
actually, kind of like that. Mark. Mark.
like scratch line. Like I'm trying to think of like how to make it clear that it's like the scratch mark, not the.
Yeah. And then, do we want anything for the reduplication? Because, like, I was thinking that this could be a claw, and reduplicated it could mean a cat's claws altogether. Just a special one.
Because we don't have plurals otherwise. And
Yeah.
so the like collective clause.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
And Tabby, yeah, like if we end up going that direction, because it could potentially, Tabby's asking if it could be like where something related to writing comes from. Perhaps, perhaps not. I think it depends on how they started writing and how it may come from a verb source. There's so many options for that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Should like be more specific, I suppose?
It can co-occur with 4 cases. For the general grammatical cases, general core grammatical rules, marking will appear on the verb rather than on the noun. Three local cases and 1 possessive case will be marked on the noun itself. Okay. But noun gender should actually come first in this language. Noun classes. These noun classes are associated with, these noun classes often co-occur with class suffixes, although sometimes they will not.
Do you want me to copy the table down here so you have it right here?
Yeah, just cut it and paste it. Noun class, therefore, will always need to be marked in the dictionary entry for each noun. The 9 noun classes and their associated suffixes are shown below. Good. Let's make these tables a bit more regular. So
Beautiful.
form and then source.
I'll work on that if you want to go back and type more about the cases, because I can just copy over.
Sure. Let me just.
Well, and then the number column over here has to be fixed, because, oof.
Yes, and one more.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just do this. Format, table, distribute columns evenly. There we go. All right. I need an.
I don't remember. There it is. I had to remember where the bird eye was.
Yeah, and remove those phonemes, Matisse, and send them to the dog lang. We're going to need them for our language that has no minimal pairs.
I'm not listening.
Okay, where, yeah.
Where is Ash?
On normal,
On Conlangery.
alt, it's in its normal place. Alt,
Oh, which is this one?
the other one, this one. There it is.
There we go.
Now occurs in a core case, it will have a reflex in the verb complex. This will be discussed in the verb section. And so we're going to just punt that to the verb section. Oh wait, noun function, no, we need that. In fact, this entire paragraph should go here.
Alright, got that. Do you want me to bring the case table down?
Yes.
And I'm gonna pop it here. So that's noun function.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No. Up here.
Up there, okay.
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay.
Note that noun class membership is often notional and idiosyncratic. Okay, noun function. As stated above, LangTime has 4 cases. They and their forms are as follows.
Silvertail. Rah, rah.
I don't know that word. I'm sorry.
Bad Romance.
I don't know that song.
It starts off with rah, 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 rah. That's like the entire beginning of the song.
How does the rest of it go? Is this a?
You've heard it before because I've danced to it before.
Is this the name of a song?
Lady Gaga.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. What's your bad romance from? It's great. And yeah, Brian, you're absolutely right. That affricate that Mateus has put there is something.
In a lot of cases, double as essive cases.
Mm-hmm.
This means that the auditive, for example, will double as an adessive or general locative case, depending on the semantics of the verb.
And I do want to point out, Jake, I do want to point out this is one of the rarer times when I've gotten a reference and David is like, what? And so.
Rare times, yeah.
Oh yeah, there we go. Those are the, there you go. Roma, Roma, ma, gaga, ooh la la, want your bad romance. That's like the, and then she dances like this and it's like a.
Oh, doesn't sound appealing.
You like Thriller?
No, I don't.
What?
No.
Classic.
That's actually one of the things I really dislike the song Thriller, and I don't like the video. I don't understand why it's so popular, and I think the dance looks very silly.
Wow.
That album is good though. I mean, it has Beat It on it, which is an amazing song. But Thriller, I've never understood.
Do you want to say depending on the semantics of the verb and noun combination? Because I think sometimes that could actually make the difference. Like it may just be the verb, but it could also potentially be what noun is working with it.
Yeah. The only thing that we'll need to do is be able to distinguish, like, he walks into the house versus he walks while he's inside the house. Did that never come up when we decided to do it?
But if he's walking, then can't you use the essive and be like, well, that must mean inside the house as opposed to
what are you
into
talking
the
about?
house?
We don't have a distinction.
Oh, sorry. I meant the interpretation, but you're right. There's no distinction.
Yeah.
It is nap time, David. No, but we had discussed that we would have, for the less likely interpretation, some sort of adverb that if you need to disambiguate, like if it's like really important that you know he's inside the house walking in circles, we would just like add some sort of adverb.
So we just punted. Okay. Well, just as long as we know what we need to distinguish. I'm going to write it down here. We'll put it in purple. Note, need to distinguish. A cat walked into the house versus the cat walked around while inside the house. AKA the cat walked in the house.
Which, again, in English, we can say the cat walked in the house. And it can mean both those things. We can make it more specific by using into instead of in. We can, but we could also say the cat walked inside the house, and that can both mean into the house and within the house.
You're right, and we don't care at all.
No, we don't. And so we figure it out. Like if we need to be specific, like, oh no, like the cat was inside the house the whole time, like you can specify it, but you have to add more to it. You can't just use what we already have because it's ambiguous.
By the way, do we have a way to say both allative and ablative, or I'm sorry, allative and adessive at the same time, and then ablative and abessive at the same time?
Ablative?
Like abiv. And
I like ablative better.
And for illative and inessive, like iniv. There's got to be a way that they did that. Okay. 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 I should probably make a note for other of these. Illative will function. Can function as an inessive as well. The ablative can also function as an abessive, both with its.
What is mini monstrum?
Oh, I don't know.
I get the gagadon.
I don't either.
Oh wait, is it like a dinosaur? Is the gagadon mini monstrum a dinosaur?
Floridian often makes references to things that are very obscure. Look it up. Wait, I know I should look it up because then we can see if it's, if it's got a picture.
It's not. Okay, it's not a dinosaur.
It's away from.
However, it was named in honor of Lady Gaga.
Oh. Both in its away from sense and its without sense. There we go. All right, here we go.
It's like a kind of cat-like looking thing. Like, that's really one of the only pictures I can find. And so it's extinct, and they found fragments in Wyoming.
Yeah.
And so, and the don refers to teeth. Because it's a tiny toothy mammal.
Oh. Look at that little guy.
And then mini monstrum because it's small.
I like that.
Learn something new every day. Thank you, Biblaridian.
Why the monstrum part? It's not really a monster. Right? It's just mini.
Because Lady
I
Gaga's
know.
fans are the little monsters.
Oh, I never heard that. Did you know that? Really?
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Huh.
So anyway, that's really cool. Okay, so we cleaned that up.
What?
I mean, we can write the possession, but is this all the marking that's going to go on nouns?
Yeah.
Are we ready to talk dictionary entries?
Oh, yeah.
To like pop these into dictionary entries?
Yeah. Ungulate was always one of my favorite words because it reminded me of lunge, and I knew that it applied to deers, and so I thought. Yeah, no, absolutely. We can totally pop those nouns in there.
Because we actually don't. Do we need to? Is it regular enough that we don't need to mark anything? Like in terms of entries, do we just put a head word and say that's it?
Let's have a little discussion about that. Hold on a sec. My time is 9. It's not distinguish number. Though. And let's do some little possession. Let's see. The genitive case is used to mark possession. The possessor comes before the possessee. With the possessed being the head of the generative phrase. Here are a couple examples. we need a spiffy cat.
Oh, I
bullet.
will just make it a bullet. I'll change it. I don't think we really have spiffy. We have one option. But
Let's see. We need the something's something. Let's do rabbit.
and it'll be like that until I'm able to change it. So just ignore the ugly box that you're gonna see.
Can say. Wait.
Oh, well, there's that one. Okay, well, we have that option, obviously.
Teeth spin. Okay, and then is it 2 T's? No, it's just 1 T.
Sorry,
Teeth spin.
I will let you know momentarily that I'm paying attention.
It's rabbit and shovel and something else. Cat.
I'm scrolling through all of our options. We do have a very cute snail. So these are our only 2 cat options. That one is, just a square like that, and then there's this one.
That's a really cute one.
This one?
Yeah.
See what happens here. Oh, because you moved the cursor down, so now
Yeah.
there we go. It is fixed.
Let's
Need to draw some more good cats.
Yeah. I wanted a different one.
Oh, a different class?
Maybe dog. Ugh. Okay, because this is going to be actually a little difficult. Okay. Shuffle.
Mumu is cat.
Cat. And right, it's rabbit.
It is rabbit, and there shouldn't be an N after the nasalized vowel.
No, there shouldn't. Sorry. Old habit. All right. So there's cat. And then so this is where it's going to get difficult. Rabbit takes the Z1.
Yes. The table is now down below.
And so
ZEW is the.
Is that what we want to say it is?
I think that's what it would be.
That's the way.
Because when all the examples you put into Lexergy, it matched across.
So the genitive is going to have to be one of our principal parts. That's the way. And then we just need something they can.
How about their burrow?
Yeah, it's dog. Where's burrow?
Right below rabbit. Dietzbe.
It's burrow. Oh. Oh, that's actually the word I used. Let's do DJ shuttle. The rabbit's shuttle. You can fix.
Alright. And then that one comes from
Like
BEN, I think it is.
we have to check these. I don't know what the word for rabbit is, but
Kenzu. Yeah.
and then
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Pencil it. And then burrow is D central vowel JS. D's. And then the B
What
N, is that
is it?
BIN or B high vowel N? What was the source for the?
That's what we need to. That's what I'm saying. That's what we need to figure out. So can you stay on that and
Well,
then
we need to keep the sources back by our word list then, because it's in two different places
we don't
now.
need the word list. I've got that. So yeah, it goes from Dietzben to Dietzbini. The burrows shuffle, and then for this,
I think it's going to be Mumuo. MEW. Oh,
Okay.
Mumuo.
Okay, well that's comforting. Okay. And then it's got to be ga, ra, tai, oh, right?
I don't know. Have to check it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so okay, but yeah, there has to be some sort of an explanation here. The genitive case is a funny case because it ends up calling back a number of proto forms, since the genitive case most frequently occurs after a class suffix. Those final proto-consonants will be commonly used enough that they will be retained. They will also be also be retained for high frequency nouns with no class suffix, as in the case with moo and its reappearing wa. Oops. Elsewhere,
And don't worry,
epithetic
everyone. I'm
consonant.
fixing it by taking away the apostrophe that shouldn't be there. I got it.
Jeez. Elsewhere, an epithetic consonant may be seen. For example, when a word that is borrowed from another language happens to end with a vowel. I would love to put an example here, but we need to find a word that ends in a vowel that we're going to borrow in from another language.
Would they borrow something from the mice?
Possums would be more likely, but they don't really have words that end in vowels. But they might borrow something from the mice. Yeah, mouse technology, definitely.
I mean, we had words for that we had come up with. For like one of the instruments or something.
Here, I'll just write an example is shown below.
Just make one up for now. I was seeing if any of these ended in vowels.
Nah, just go to the mouse language and see if there's some sort of item.
We don't really have a lot of vocabulary that would be helpful in the mouse language for that.
What do you mean? We've got tons of stuff.
Most of it is everyday stuff that they wouldn't borrow. Bee, nest, pile, heap. I mean, they could borrow island. Boot.
You know, it kind of makes sense for the cats to borrow a word for island because they're not too fond of water.
They can
Most cats,
see,
anyway.
Yeah. It's fine. Ember. Word for dot for writing. Dissension, discord.
Actually, here, go up. I mean,
How far up?
no, down. They really don't have a reason to have a word for barley corn.
It's true. That was something important for the mice.
Yeah, how on earth would CC be borrowed in, though? Do we have a TH? I don't think we do.
No.
Probably CC.
I would say either tsetse or
We do
Geminate S.
We do have a TH. How did we get it?
How did we get it?
How did we get TH, everybody? From proto-TH? What?
Oh, from TH side by side?
Oh, yeah. So like... Yeah.
Mata became matha.
So yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
they would just say sithi.
Yeah. Okay. Like that. Sithi. Barley. And then sithi. Right? Because it's
Yeah.
high. The barley's shovel. All right. Good. Good. Okay. So that pretty much explains the nouns. And so now let's go. What's a noun that has? This makes sense for our first one. Dies. Because what we're going to have to do, excuse me, is and I'll do this on my own. So waste time doing it. We're not going to use this one. We're going to use this one because we're going to have stems and words. So we're also going to need a different.
Do you want me to copy it over from?
Yeah, why don't you go open
Do Manisha.
Dothraki. Oh, Manisha. That's right. Do that one. Do Manisha.
Oop, wrong one. Here we go.
Okay, go D.
Oh, I didn't do the. Let me do the full entry, so that way we get the spacing.
What? Why?
Because it messed up the spacing.
No, it's fine.
Did you see?
Yeah, it was fine.
Okay.
So yeah, that didn't miss anything. Here, watch. See?
But then hit enter. Oh, it's not going to go down.
Yeah, but we wouldn't
Oh,
hit
you
enter.
don't enter. Okay.
We're okay. We're okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. What do we want to put for a root here? Do we want to put? So it's gonna be dietz, and then maybe like, do we want to do that?
And deets would be how it shows up now.
I think. Let me make sure that we have it right.
Yeah, because the J would voice the S to a Z, so it'd be D's, and then that would be deets.
Yeah. All right. So then we need to do these in order. So tell me what number those cases are. I think mole is going to be first. Dietzy.
Are you talking about in terms of spelling?
No.
Dittsi.
Let's see. You're probably not going to need that. And we will do. Let's see. D-S, and then.
And this one is from the Z capital I.
What's that? One's protoform.
EW.
Thank you. And is this how we do it? Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Noun, and this is going to be class 2.
Just a second. 2 different places here. Yes.
Okay, how do you want to do it? Lowercase Roman numerals, uppercase that are small caps, just uppercase. What do you like?
Let's do lowercase Roman numerals.
Just like this?
Or make them italic if you want to make them look cute.
No. All right, and this is a mole.
This is a mole.
Okay. Now, what would the genitive be? I think it would.
Italy.
Right?
S.
No, S.
Z-E-W. Italy.
Okay. Genitive is that. And are there any? No, there aren't any others because the other. Well, actually, we want to do the genitive and the ablative, maybe, or ablative, because the ablative can change the.
Should we just do them all?
Why not? There's only 4 of them. Genitive, ablative, ablative, illative. So help me out with those. We have genitive. Ablative would be Keys, I think.
Yeah, K. And then Y, what would the form be of that vowel?
Yeah.
And then ne.
Yeah.
So Ditsune.
And we can double check that, but I'm pretty confident. Yep. E.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's a little on the long side, but oh well. Okay, so that's
easier than trying to remember every single time how those vowels are going to harmonize.
okay. So then tool would be last. What was the other one that we had?
We want to
container.
go in order. I see.
Yeah. Deetsbent is next.
Which is burrow.
And what number is that?
7.
Oh no, most of them will exist on their own, Jake. They'll be verbs. We just haven't got there yet. This one's going to be dig. So it's bin
Bin. Yeah.
with a high?
Yeah.
Okay. It's, right.
Ben.
Okay, and this one is going to be Dietzbini. Right? I mean, it's got to be because it's an right? So Dietzbini, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dietz. Oh, now
That's
it's
going to be a niece, right?
yeah. Let's see what happens.
Because I think that's where.
And then was it Q?
No, K.
Let's see what happens. Dietzbanques. That
I thought we made that change last time.
Graham probably hasn't put them in.
Okay.
Unless, let's see if it's different if we do this. No, it isn't. I don't think he's put it in.
But I'm not misremembering that though,
No.
right? Like we did. That's why we have it.
But that means we should probably go and double check for the vowels, not for the consonant, but for the vowels. Whether that thing stays nasalized. I think it does, right?
Oh, bye, Brian.
Alright, which does become after nasal vowels.
Oh, only the voice stops do.
Yeah, but
Only if it's outside the initial foot of the word. This is outside. Because it's Dietzbent.
intervocalically. And yeah, this is
When do we lose the N? When do we lose the...
before then, so it is intervocalic.
Okay.
So this is actually Dietzbent. Yes. Dietzbengas. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, my concern was with that second vowel. But no, so yeah, it's a nasalized vowel, so it's not a nasal coda. So the K is intervocalic, and so it voices, and so then the voiced one becomes engma after a nasal vowel.
And
So
then
yeah,
it's going to be ye.
Ditsmangas, and then Ditsman. Wait, that.
What do we? Does
no,
the N come back as nye?
That's right. Because I remember we talked about this. Yeah, Ditsbinye.
Yeah. And
And-
it'll go back to the E because it's Ditsb because
Yeah.
it's no longer with a coda.
Because that's still a part of the
Yeah,
root.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ditsbinye.
Okay.
And then this one comes from num.
Yeah. So then
So
Ditsbena.
Ditsbena.
Yeah. Okay.
And this one means burrow.
By the way, do we want to devoice it or no? I can't remember. We have P in other places.
I think we had left it. I forget. We got the P because of some change last time.
Yeah, like.
Oh my goodness! I just saw the time.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, like, see, P devoices next to voiceless things, so it becomes akpa. The only question was when that happens, the z hadn't become a tsa yet.
Right.
But really, it's just like it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I mean, obviously, this isn't going to be a patron poll, but what should we do with the with this? Should we devoice it or not?
Okay. Creating a poll here. Now think about what we should do for our patron poll.
Yeah, get something. This is bro. Yeah, DJ. Shovel.
Oh, and then I saw a couple comments I missed up above as I was.
I believe that's 8. That's 8.
Jake, I swear I saw. Okay, there we go. Yes, Wokuthi was committee. Yeah, I saw a question up there.
Yeah. This is,
And that, yeah, that one's gonna say. I don't know. I may look and see what the small caps look like and decide that, but that's just one more thing we'd have to copy and paste because there's not a good way to really get it.
yeah.
Oh, Jake. Okay, that was a potential borrowing from the mice. You're
Yeah.
right. Wokuthi could have been also borrowed, meaning committee, because they're so fond of those committees.
Yeah.
Great point. So what happens when your head is down when you're looking at documents?
Okay. Yeah.
So where are we going from here? I mean, obviously, should the poll be a surprise to everybody?
Yeah.
including us.
Case and
And we definitely have enough outstanding votes. If you're still here, as we are going over time, if you're still here, get your vote in. There's still enough outstanding votes that it could shift. However, there is obviously a sort of clear, not clear, there is a current preferred where we just keep the B. Oh, happy July.
Right on.
You will get it later today, Jake. Much later, since you're in a later time zone.
It was a good podcast, I think.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, these are entered and done.
So now we have some forms.
Oh. This should be a G. Because it's outside the initial foot and it's in the vocalic. Geese. This should be G too.
Inner vocalic there. And okay, yeah, because it's only the nges because the yeah, okay. All right. Well, our preference, as I need to, it's really, really close. So like,
oh my goodness!
If we
like, seriously, if you haven't voted, vote because it is that close.
But yeah, it is super close there.
It's within one vote, and we have 3 outstanding votes, basically.
But I don't know if people are still here, or because I know some of you also, are in and out as you like have to work and whatnot, or sleep if Jake wanted to sleep, something silly like that.
I voted for the wrong one.
Oh no, Silvertail. Very curious to know which wrong vote that was.
Yeah, did you vote for the one that's winning or the one that's losing?
Who needs sleep? All right. Well, I guess we should probably. It's really quite wonderful, Mateus.
All right. Well, we'll figure out the poll. Put it up.
It looks like people are leaning towards leaving the B as is.
Silvertail accidentally voted for the one that's losing. Never mind.
So, yeah, it looks
Never
like
mind.
the B is staying.
Yeah, we'll keep the B.
All right. So yeah, patron poll will be a surprise.
Yeah.
Y'all love surprises. And we look forward to, if you're a patron, tomorrow you will get a new podcast episode that will drop. And otherwise, we look forward to seeing you all in July next Thursday.
All right.
And stay grammar.
Bye, everybody.